Inspired by real and tasty invention and questionable old head rumors. This video is sponsored by Sarah Told the Chips, the sweet invention made by a salty inventor. Earlier that day in the kitchen.
Ooh-wee. I'm about to tear this Spam up. I sure wish I had something crunchy to go with this Spam. I like a little crunch with my Spam.
Next time we go to the store.
Excuse me, sir. Where do you think you're going with those chips? You'd better help me put these groceries away.
Did somebody say chips?
Grandpa, those are my chips.
Boy, please. Your chips? You better respect your elders.
Dad, what do elders have to do with you eating that boy's chips?
Everything. You wouldn't even have this crispy slice of potato goodness if it wasn't for your elders. Have I ever told you the story of George Crum, also known as George Specht?
No, but I'm sure you're about to.
Here we go.
Take a seat and let me tell you how we got this delicious salty snack. Well, you didn't hear this from me, 'cause I don't like to spread rumors and gossip and all, except on my stories, you know. Rumor has it, back in the 1850s, a customer kept sending his fried potatoes back. Too thick, too soft, too soggy. So George Crum and his sister sliced the potatoes paper thin, fried them crispy, and salted them up, just to prove a point. The customer loved them. And just like that, the potato chip was born.
Grethesrue, present day. I ate too much.
What's going on in here? This room is a mess.
Why are you even in here? Don't you have your own room? To answer your question, Mom and Dad told me that in order to be good at what I do, I have to immerse myself in my work and not do anything halfway. Right now, I'm immersing myself in George Crum's work and how he invented the potato chip. In order to channel my inner inventor, George Crum, I had to consume everything George Crum, and that includes his Saratoga chips.
Whatever. You just want an excuse to pig out on chips.
And you're just mad I didn't give you any.
I'm telling.
Oh, come on, man. You're always running and telling. And how did that work out for you the last time?
Dad!
Shh. All right, fine. I'll tell you what I'm doing. That's all you care about anyway. Keeping tabs on me so you can rat me out and get brownie points. You totally missed story time with Grandpa. You know how Grandpa loves his stories, both watching them and telling them. Oh, boy. I was sitting on my thinkest throne, where I come up with all my brilliant ideas. And I was eating George Crum's chips, and it hit me. I had an epiphany.
An epiphany what?
An epiphany. I thought you knew everything. You claim to be the smartest one in this house. Anyway, it's when an idea hits you, your mind opens, and then you understand a bunch of stuff that you didn't before.
I know I smelled something, Bernie. You've been trying to think again.
Whatever. Anyway, I was thinking of George Crum and...
Why is George Crum sitting like that?
Wait, you can see my vision too? Wow, this thinker's throne works a lot better than I thought. I'm glad you can see him too, so I don't have to explain everything, because that would take all day. He's sitting like that because he's in Zen mode. He's one with his cooking abilities, the salt, the chips, and he's at peace. According to Grandpa and some of the other old heads, George Crum was a chef and a rich, annoying customer named Cornelius Vanderbilt kept complaining about his fried potatoes and sending them back to the kitchen. First, they were too thick, and then they were too soggy.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Right? Finally, we agree on something. George Crum got really angry. So to be petty, George cut the potatoes as thin as he could, like paper thin. He fried them to a crisp and added a lot of salt, just to annoy that whiny, know-it-all rich guy.
Wait, that almost sounds like a potato chip.
Exactly. In Crum's effort to get revenge on Vanderbilt, he accidentally invented one of the most popular and tasty snacks known to mankind, the potato chip. He realized that channeling his anger helped him turn a negative into a positive. Instead of turning lemons into lemonade, Crum turned crumbs into chips. Get it?
Bro, you can't be serious. You made all that Zen stuff up. I think that Thinker's Throne chair thing is broken.
I totally feel Crum, because sometimes you drive me crazy, and I want to send you to Planet Zen. Well, maybe I made it up, and maybe I didn't. What do I know about Zen? I'm only 11 years old. All jokes aside, George Crum was still that dude. With limited formal education, he was a self-taught cook who eventually became not just a chef, he became that chef. As a true chef, he combined the ingredients of a whiny customer, some kitchen ingenuity, and a couple of dashes of pettiness to transform an ordinary potato into one of the world's most fire snacks. In today's world, George Crum chips and the story behind them would have gone viral. In his time, George Crum did go viral. The hearts and likes he received were in person at his restaurant, Crum's Place. George Crum became an entrepreneur, opening his own upscale restaurant, Crum's House, and serving his Saratoga chips to wealthy guests who respected him for his excellent service, fine food skills, and precision. On top of all that, Crum would turn away salty customers who didn't behave properly, no matter how rich they were.
Hold on. I gotta fact-check this. That story sounds made up, just like Crum and Zen mode. There better be some receipts online.
What?
Bruh, how are you going to skip the part about his sister?
What are you talking about?
The We Did Dat Academy says multiple sources, including Because of Them We Can, suggest it may have actually been his sister's invention. There's another version of the story, a different tale about that potato chip invention. According to this version, it was his sister Kate. She was working in the kitchen with her brother George when she accidentally sliced the potato super thin. It fell into the frying pan, crisped up, and George tasted it. He approved it and added it to the menu. Ha! Honestly, I think this version, giving his sister credit, is the most credible one. Funny how you managed to leave out the important role his sister played in the creation of the potato chip.
Whatever, sis. Get out of here and leave my chips alone. Back in the kitchen.
Ooh, those chips hit the spot.
Thank goodness for Mr. Crum and his sister. It's wild that a black man and his sister accidentally created one of America's favorite snacks. Now I really love potato chips.
My goodness, they are delicious, but you should eat them in moderation. Dad, eating Spam and potato chips together contain a lot of sodium, which isn't good for managing your blood pressure, cholesterol, or heart health. If Mom knew you were eating like this, she'd have a fit.
Who's eating potato chips and Spam at the same time?
Shh. Shh. Shh.
The next time you're in a salty mood, or just in the mood for something salty, remember the petty chef who turned a salty attitude into a sweet invention, George Crum.
And his sister Kate.
The potato chip inventors that changed snacks forever.
Who did that? We did that.